Hey guys, this is SoFlo Josh, and today I have the pleasure of reviewing this beautiful 2021 Subaru Outback XT model. So about the XT model, so this XT model as a whole, it's the Onx version of the Outback, actually has the 2.4 liter turbocharged engine in it. So this 2.4 liter turbocharged engine produces 260 horsepower and 277 pound-feet of torque via a CVT automatic transmission with all-wheel drive system. Of course, Subaru is known to having all-wheel drive. Every single Subaru has it except for the BRZ, but still, it has an all-wheel drive system. So let's go ahead and talk about the front end of the all-new Subaru Outback. So getting to the front, you have these beautiful LED projector lamps right here with your LED daytime running light over here. You have your bulb type turn signal over here. I would have liked to see a LED version Subaru. At some point they need to go ahead and add it in, probably for the refresh model that's going to be coming out next year or the following year. Down here you have this beautiful black plastic cladding here. This gives it more of an off-road rugged look as a whole. You have your LED headlights right here, your fog lamps right here. Very, very nice. And the best thing about this whole entire area is they just didn't do any kind of fake vents. So it's very well done. I like the way it looks. You have your traditional Subaru grille with your Subaru logo over here. This does not house the safety tech at all. Your safety tech is going to be inside of the cabin with the EyeSight Subaru safety tech system. You do also have a 360-degree camera up here in the front, perfect for off-roading. Best thing to have for whenever you're going off-road, by the way. You have vents down here for more cooling of the turbocharge, where the intercooler is at. And so let's go ahead and get to the side of the vehicle. So getting onto the side, with the Onx Edition, you basically get more of a blackout appearance package. So you see you have your blacked out housing for the side mirrors right here. Very nice. A little bit of chrome, very tasteful, but the chrome goes a little bit around the whole entire windows over here. I would have liked to see that blacked out entirely, to be honest with you. But overall, it's very subtle, it's very nice, very well done Subaru. Over here, you have your 18-inch rims right here in blacked out. They're alloy rims. Very nice done, very nicely done, very nicely designed. I gotta give Subaru props. Their rim design have been amazing lately. You know, the Crosstrack has some kind of like, you know, Japanese star in it, and it's very, very nice. I love the way they look. These are very nicely done. They look very aerodynamic, and they provide more aerodynamic flow around the wheel area right here. So as you see, more black plastic cladding right here. Love, love, love. Whenever it comes to an SUV, I feel like it's a necessity to have cladding all around the whole vehicle, because it gives you more of that rugged off-road look. I mean, SUVs make sense. This is more of a wagon type, but still, Subaru considers this more of an SUV. So over here, you have a very tasteful Outback. Almost every single Outback that's ever come out to date has the Outback over here on the side sills as a whole. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get to the back of the vehicle. So getting into the back, you have your very tasteful blacked out emblems right here. Subaru with your symmetrical all-wheel drive system. Every Subaru comes with it except for the BRZ. You also have your Outback and XT trim right here. Love, love, love the way that looks. For the turn signals here, they are bulb type, as well as the reverse is a bulb type reverse lamp. Not really a big fan of that. Would love to see LED. You could change it yourself, but I would like to see from the factory LED as a whole. But overall, I love the design of this. Kind of gives you that lobster claw. A lot of Japanese car brands are doing that, but over here it's very tasteful. I love the way the panel right here goes into this claw right here, claw style right here. Very nicely done. Over here you have more black plastic cladding all around. You also do have your parking sensors all around there, and you can also get as an accessory this right here, which is very good whenever you're loading in things that are heavy. You, instead of scratching up the paint, you have this is more rugged like. So let's go ahead and open up the trunk here. So with opening up the trunk, you do have a lot of trunk space. Let me show you this cool little feature that I found out about. You go like that, you have anything heavy in your hand, instead of pulling it, you can just do that, which is a great thing. You do have a lot of space back here. As you see, you have little cubby areas on both sides. You also do have your latches for the pulling down the second row. Actually, let's go ahead and pull that down so you can see. Look how flat that is. It's perfectly done. Love the way that is. It's perfect for, you know, whenever you're gonna go off to camping or anything like that. You can definitely use this vehicle for sleeping in. Love it. You do have your little hooks right here, so then you can go ahead and put your grocery bags or anything like that in. But overall, love the way that they did this. You do also have a little compartment down here, if I can get it open. As you see right there, you do have a tire instead of having to fix a flat for your tires as a whole. Love that. A lot of car companies cheaping out on that. But overall, love the way this back area is, and they've done a fantastic job with the trunk space. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into the interior and let's talk about the front row. All right, so getting into the interior, you have this nicely soft Sensitech kind of material up here with your beautiful, I love this green stitching here. With the Onyx editions, you get this green stitching. I love different stitching patterns instead of just the regular gray white color. Love the way they did that. Soft over here on the armrest as well, with your automatic for all 4 windows. Perfect. Love that. Love to see that on a vehicle like this. You also do have, you know, your lock and unlock right here, as well as changing your Subaru your side mirror sides. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the interior. This here, very, very nice. Look how soft this is. It's like sleeping on a pillow. It's so soft. Love the way this is. Very nicely bolstered, let me tell you. I love the way this is bolstered here. You have a nice little accent right here in the middle part that's different from the actual gray that you get here and the black that you get here. Very nicely done, Subaru. You also do have power lumbar with the back seat as the back part as well, and moving forward and back. You do have your pedals over there, of course. I mean, it's a regular car. So with that being said, let's get into the interior. So let's go ahead and lower the volume for speed of air conditioning. All right, so getting in the interior, you do have your analog gauges. At some point, Subaru will come out with their new digital gauge cluster that was revealed on the Subaru Levorg over in Japan. Will be coming probably for the facelifted model at some point. But overall, very tasteful. It gives you all your information you need to know. You do have this 11.6-inch touchscreen display here. It is vertical. Love the way they did this. Very sharp, actually. Very fast to respond. I love that as a whole. You do have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto standard with this, so it's very nicely done. Everything is in there. So basically, your heated seats are there as well. Your temperature, everything. But you do have your temperature gauge over here as well. So if I want to, I can go ahead and go to 73. You do have dual climate control, so the passenger can have their own climate as well. But overall, I really do love the way this interior is. You have your electronically parking brake right here. You press up, and then it engages. You press down, and disengages. Actually, you have to press on the brake, and then it disengages. So putting it into reverse is very easy. You put it there in reverse. Your camera's right there. Not the best type of resolution. I could see Subaru improving that resolution as a whole. But it's decent enough for you to go ahead and do. You do also have your cup holders right here, 2 of them. One's a little more upright than the other one. This is more for deeper drinks, bigger drinks as a whole. This is more for your regular medium-sized drinks. So getting into the middle part, you do also have a middle space right here. Very nicely done. And then you go over here and you press another one and you have all your stuff right there. This is perfect. Very nicely done space. You do have a charging cable right here, as you see in the bottom part. But overall, love the way they have so much space in here. You do also get bottle holders right here. Very enough space to put some other stuff, like probably, regular Pop-Tart or something like that. But you have space there. Steering wheel is very, very nice. It's not, it's not leather, but it's kind of like a Sensitech kind of material, probably leatherette. But you do have paddle shifters for your CVT if you put it in sport mode. You're not really going to need that, but if you want to have a little bit of fun with it, you could do that. You also do have your Qi wireless charging down here. Love the Qi wireless charging in cars. Very, very well done. I love that car. I love it as a whole. You do also have a sunroof on here. I love sunroofs. It brings so much light into the cabin, adds more of the environment to the actual camera, into the actual cabin. My bad. And then you also do have a glove box right here that is lined with felt. Very nicely done. Black plastic over here material. Glossy black. I'm not a huge fan of glossy black. I kind of wish they did some kind of like more aluminum to it, but overall, love the way it is. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get to the back seat so we can see how great the back seat is. Getting into the back seat, same exact material from the front to the back being carried over, which is good because a lot of car companies don't do that at all. You know, you do have your window switch here and you do have another bottle holder right here. So getting into the back, I'm sitting behind a seating position that is actually around 6'5". So very nicely done. Enough rear leg room right here as a whole. Probably I would say 2.5 inches of leg room. And mirror, it's a little bit caved in, so you have a perfect balance right there as well. You do have pockets on both sides, which is great. Love that. You do also have your air vents, and you have charging outlets down there. Gotta say, props to Subaru on doing that, because a lot of car companies don't do that as a whole. You do have your heated seats back here on the outboard areas, and if you put the seat up, you do have a lot of space here as a whole. You can go ahead and put this down. You have your cup holders right here. Very nicely done. Love the way the Subaru did this instead of offering it over here. You guys know, if you watch my other videos, I hate when car brands put it here. Not a big fan of that. But overall, even headroom, let me go ahead and show you the headroom. I have roughly around 3 inches of headroom, which is great. You know, it's caved upward. So when it's caved upward, it adds so much more versatility and headroom for your rear occupants. So I could really see myself in the back seat of this car going for a very long road trip. So I'm just letting you guys know that as well. So with that being said, let's go ahead and take it out to the road. All right, so let's go ahead and take it out for a ride. As you see, I have a regular traditional pull shift lever right here, putting it in drive. Very easy. I mean, it's their typical vehicle that has a shifter like this, unlike the newer ones where you have to push the button or just back and forward. But getting onto the road, mind you, this is the XT model with, you know, it's the Onx edition, but it has that nice 2.4 liter turbocharged engine producing 260 horsepower and 277 pound-feet of torque. With this new engine, the torque is so low end, it's around 1,650, that it's instant. You're gonna see it now whenever I go ahead and go onto the road here, and you're gonna feel the feeling. Even though it's CVT, you probably might feel very impressed by it. Let's go ahead and push it to the... Wow, this is actually pretty good. Oh wow, you get really up there in the speed. Let me tell you, you get up there in the miles per hour very, very fast with this car. Wow, that torque is so punchy. Actually, I actually got pushed back into the seat over here, but it's very, very torquey, and that's the best part because it helps you with going onto the highway, merging on. It's very easy. You do also get, with the safety tech that you have, like I mentioned over here, the eyesight program that Subaru has, you do also get your blind spot detection. I believe on this model, or you can get it as an option, you also have, whenever you put it in reverse and you're backing up, it does automatic braking for you whenever there's a car coming and you do not see it, which is a very good safety tech. Even funny enough, a lot of premium brands like BMW, Mercedes, and even Audi don't even offer that on a model segment like this. Actually, you have to get to the higher trims, like for example an S-Class or 7 Series, to get those type of features. So Subaru is giving you an option to go ahead and get that, which is a great functionality. So getting into the infotainment system, like I mentioned, is 11.6-inch vertically mounted display. You do have a lot of your controls in here, you know, your fan speed and you're also heated seats. I would have loved to see Subaru have ventilated seats. Being here in South Florida, ventilated seats is a must. I mean, it makes sense to have heated seats up north. You know, you do have an all-wheel drive vehicle, so you would expect this vehicle more up north. But overall, would love to see ventilated seats. But I do love this infotainment system. As you see, I do have Apple CarPlay already enabled in here. It is not wireless, it is wired, but still love the way that it's done. It's very fast, very responsive, as you see. A lot of usually whenever you have it in the smaller displays, not vertically, you actually only get cut off to here. So this part down here doesn't even show. It's actually just these, 8 icons up there on the thing. So that's very, very well done, and it's easy to go ahead and maneuver around the infotainment display. But riding in this car it's like you don't even, it feels very, very like you're on a cloud, and that's the great thing. It's not too rugged enough to where you're gonna be like, oh my god, my back hurts. These seats really support you very well. They have a ton of bolstering on the sides, and it just hugs you no matter what size of person you are. So that's a very good thing. Subaru thought of the different sizes of a human being, of course, for these seats. So as a whole, you're gonna feel very comfortable in this car. The driving performance is great with that new turbocharged engine. The CVT, surprisingly, I'm not a huge fan of CVTs, but I gotta say, I love the CVT. It's very responsive. You do have that, one gear kind of emulation whenever you're going up higher in your gear ratio in RPM, but overall, it's very well done. You also do have your 360-degree camera over here, as you see. You have the front one actually. Very well done. You also do have your snow and dirt mode, as well as deep snow. So whenever you're going, for example, to the Appalachian Mountains, you have a little bit better advantage of going into those deep snows that they usually typically have up there. But overall, I love the way that this car feels. And for me, this is my first Subaru I've ever been in, I have ever driven, and I have to say, very, very well impressed by everything that Subaru has added into this car. You have basically everything you need in this car, and I gotta say, I love it. I would love to see a little bit more feeling from the steering wheel as a whole, maybe even adding in a sport mode to the model, but I have to say, everything else around here, the cabin space, and the way that this transmission with the turbocharged engine feels is second to none. With that being said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I'm going to go ahead and post another Subaru actually after this one, or before this one. You'll see it whenever I upload it. But make sure to like, comment, subscribe on this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a good day.